Muhammad Ali once said, "Champions aren't made in gyms. Champions are made from something deep inside them, a desire, a dream, a vision." For me, this quote not only spoke volumes about student athlete life, but more specifically, my life and my involvement with softball. For as long as I can remember, I've always been a student athlete slash been involved with sports. It's the one thing that I've been able to complete with 100% confidence, and it's been my scapegoat for when life problems become too challenging and overwhelming. Although I have this growing love for softball and sports, there are times where it becomes too much. I miss class more than I would like. I typically don't get enough hours of sleep that I need or want, and there's never enough time in the world to be divided between your friends and your family on those really long weekends. Although these are three things that would push a person away from playing sports, I would definitely urge people to continue and to try to play sports, because playing sports has developed me into the person that I am trying to be at such a faster pace than I could ever imagine. And I wouldn't trade my life for anything in this world, and it has definitely opened up the gates for many opportunities that I've been blessed to receive. People will look at my schedule and they'll ask me, how or why am I doing this? I typically too look at my schedule and I ask myself sometimes, how or why am I doing this? But in those weak moments of negative thinking, I think back to why I started this dream to begin with, why I played softball to begin with, and what has softball given back to me. And by the time I'm done answering those questions, you know, it's right there in front of me. This is the life that I've been destined to live, and I am so proud to be standing in front of you guys today to be explaining my passion and my love for something that has had such a huge positive contribution to my life. I'm in love with this lifestyle, to say the least. It's the only life I've ever known, and all in all, it's been a wonderful experience for my personal growth and definitely to grow to be more independent, which is something I know we could all use. Since I've been involved at such a young age, I feel my time management skills have only grown to be better. I always have a schedule for what I'm doing day by day, hour by hour. Like Dr. George Henderson of Wayne State University once wrote in his college guide to being a successful student athlete, time is easy to waste and difficult to control, which is so true just for life in general, but you can only imagine that for a student athlete. You spend typically an 8-hour day in school, then you go to practice for another 3 hours. By then you've racked a whole day, 11 hours. Then when all that's said and done, you just want to shower and hit the bed. But you know, when you have that free time, when all you want to do is sleep, you really have to think about your priorities. Homework being number one. So in those weekending hours where you want to just sleep, shower, do your homework, or do whatever it is that you need to do, you got to push through and you got to do your work, because you have to remember what you're working for. People have this negative opinion about athletes that all they do is that they go to school and they play their sport. I'm here to tell you that's not the case at all. I wish that was it, but it's not. Athletes have to bust their rear end in the classroom and outside the classroom. They have to work for their spots in the classroom and outside the classroom. But playing sports, needless to say, has given me proper skills for communication. In my sport, communication is key. You're communicating every time you touch that ball, which has also taught me to be a great communicator in life. And, you know, my coach makes sure that we're involved with community service. I can't say the same for other coaches, but by her at first forcing us to go to community service, it has taught me to go out of my way and just do community service when I've already reached all my hours. It has also taught me to be a leader. I have no problem saying, hey, I'm going to go study for 4 hours, or hey, I'm going to go do some community service. You guys should come with me. I'm definitely down to tell people and to invite more people into being in a positive life. And also by completing community service, you complete a million interactions with the most amazing people. So that's really important as well. Being a leader is defined as a person who influences a group of people towards the achievement of a goal. In athlete terms, getting the grades you need for your team, your family, and the NAIA. It means community involvement. It means making the right decision even when the right decision doesn't always feel like the right one. But in the end, when you're faced with that decision, you're going to ask yourself what's right and what's wrong. And by what you answer is what's right is what separates athletes from everyone else. Thank you.